So that way, I get it cheap, and I pass the savings on to... Hang on.
Finish up your scheme. There's work to do.
It's about time.
In this episode, we're talking about CTOS 3.0, the city operating system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone does at this point, CTOS was first used in Chicago in 2014 and then San Francisco in 2017, before coming here to London. And every time it's been rolled out, it's been pretty much an unmitigated disaster.
For those of you who are listening who are lucky enough not to be here in London's chaotic scenes, it's worth remembering that the Telecoms Tower is now owned by Bloom. The tower looms over northwest...
I'm here.
I'll highlight the server with the AR reconstruction software. It's out of reach, so you'll need to use a heavy cargo drone to steal it.
Server's loaded into your vehicle. You've got the baton. But keep it on the road. We don't want you blowing up.
Come on now, I know what I'm doing.
CTOS-AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
This will do. Remain in the area until I've downloaded enough data to the server. Download complete. I need a wider sample of data, so I'm pushing you the coordinates to a new location. This is brilliant. Look at this. It's compiling data from the surveillance infrastructure. Nearby CTOS drones, civilian optics, CCTV, and then it assembles those scraps into what happened in this location 24 hours ago. Fantastic.
CTOS-AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Alright, scraping data from optics, CTOS cameras, microphones, laptops. Say, do you reckon SRS uses this to watch people shag? Fucking hell, do they use it for anything but watching people shag? Transfer complete. I'm missing one last data set. Pushing you the coordinates to the location now.
CTOS-AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Putting an Get to the chase now.
A little help, Bagley? These bastards are persistent.
Don't let the drones destroy the server before I'm done. Get out of the lorry and take care of them. Shoot them, throw rocks at them, destroy them psychologically with cyberbullying. Just keep them busy until the transfer's complete. Alright, I've got it. Now, we can't lug around this server forever. We should probably wipe our prints off it anyway.
Go on.
I'll overload the CPUs to cause a power spike and destroy the battery unit. The electromagnetic pulse should destroy both the server and the drones. So, you know, run! Well, that was fun, wasn't it? We pulled off a heist, made life a bit harder for the tyrants of the world, and most importantly, I got a new toy to play with. Now, run along back to the safe house. Sabine wants you and your new teammates for a briefing.
Bring a little culture to your life. Experience life theatre today. Get out of the see a show. Shows for all ages, get tickets here.
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. With me, Tash. It's hard to believe that there could be shortages of food and medicine in an advanced country like ours, and yet here we are. Those old government promises of adequate food, turned out to be just another lie. Today we're short of basic foodstuffs and vital medical supplies. Hundreds have already died of conditions that could...
You're cool to you, mate.
I just keep thinking...
Hey, come on, no need for that.
What are you up to now? And I don't just mean fast food joints, but like proper restaurants. Sure, like,
No, that doesn't mean a difficult now. I just can't handle it,
no, separate room. Let the rest of us enjoy our overly salty meal and bloody heads.
Getting arseholed and throwing bits of metal around has got to count as training somehow.
Come on. We've got to...
Well done, team. It's good to see the safe house filling up again. The only way we're going to keep London from falling into total oppression is by rebuilding the resistance. We need to recruit, train, build back our arsenal. The people are itching to rise up and take their city back. We just need to show them that DedSec are fighting along with them.
Agreed. Grow the team. Then take down the fuckers exploiting our city.
Albion PMCs have occupied this city. Anyone they don't like gets locked up and beaten.
You know who's taken real advantage? Organized crime. We can't ignore Clan Calais.
Fair, but remember that this zero-day hacker group is still out there. They took out DedSec once, and it's a good bet they'll try again. I believe they were responsible for the bombings and framed DedSec. With your help, I plan to get to the bottom of this mystery.
I'd say that's a full docket. Enough talk. Let's unfuck London.
I found a lead that may help us unravel more about Zero Day and the bombings we ate shit for. I've picked up an encrypted signal from the Tone conference site that's been broadcasting on a loop since the night of the bombing. Go investigate. You might even get to try out that fancy new AR tech we stole. I mean, creatively shared.
Another brave soul for our ranks. Welcome aboard.
I'm ready to stir up the shit with you.
Excellent.
So I said, all right. And I would have been fine if I hadn't had to walk over to work.
For the last time, leave me be. I'm innocent.
Easy now, please.
Apologies. I thought you were with Albion. Those mercs have been hounding me all day. It's been quite a bother.
Do you want to cry or do you want help? Tell me what the problem is.
It's so strange. One day I'm Mr. Model Citizen. The next, they're stopping me at every checkpoint, like I killed the royal family or something. Some former lover must be feeding false reports against me to CTOS.
That's not good. Do you have enemies that would do this?
Well, there's my former lovers, like I said, but there are so many. It'd be impossible to narrow down. But you must have some skilled hackers in your group. Can't you just hack the system and tell me who it is? Help me, and I'm confident we can work out a reciprocal arrangement. Use your imagination.
Okay. We'll help you solve this problem.
You're not so tough now, are you? They said I am Angus. You believe this shit?
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. With me, Tash. It's hard to believe that there could be shortages of food and medicine in an advanced country like ours. And yet, here we are. Those old government promises of adequate food turned out to be just another lie. Today we're short of basic foodstuffs and vital medical supplies. Hundreds have already died of conditions that could be easily cured. The black market means that criminal gangs like Clan Kelly run our cities. And Prime Minister Dev Hassani isn't even around to pretend to care. How do we go from a consumer paradise to a place of empty shelves and fighting for supplies? What turns a land of plenty into a wild west of hoarding, food battles and black market barons? We protect everyone who comes on the podcast by keeping their identities a secret. Here's veteran political reporter Ian on the power behind shortages.
I mean, what was the first thing that happened when Britain...
Me? That's ridiculous!
Okay, but I'm not touching this.
Sure?
Imagine if Albion was on our side. Then we could pit Albion against Albion.
Urgent call. Possible hostile at your location.
You're amazing.
We're being contacted by our potential recruit. Patching them through now.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
If you want to repay us, you must join DedSec. There is no other way.
All right. I'm in. Let's have some fun.
We're being contacted by our potential recruit. Patching them through now.
If there's any way I can ever help you, just let me know.
If you want to repay us, you must join DedSec. There is no other way.
Yes, yes, yes!
Negative. No sign of the target yet.
This place has bad feelings. Many died. Too many ghosts.
And the place is still crawling with security. What exactly are they guarding? They haven't even started on the restoration.
True. Mr. Bagley, what am I looking for?
Any kind of device or component that could still be emitting the signal. It seems to be coming from within the rubble.
That was strange. Wait, what was that? Give up now.
What the hell?
This is it. The signal is coming from this spider-bot fragment. No indication yet who it belongs to.
Looks like it got hit by a hammer. Lots of times. What's it doing here?
Difficult to say, but with an AR reconstruction, we may be able to see what happened to it and if it relates to the attack. Access data relays in the vicinity, and I can compile enough data to build the AR reconstruction.
What's happening here?
Perfect. 2 more data relays to go. One more data relay and I'll have it.
Wait, what? I've had enough!
That should do it. Now, I'll just take the audio from this stream and the video from these 36 and... got it. Go back to where you found that spider-bot and I'll show you the AR reconstruction from the night of the explosion.
Yes, I understand.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
You brought the payload? Fuck, think we'd go back here?
Don't cuff the Kelly dog.
Kelly? Clan Kelly? Gangster guys blew up London?
Looks to me like someone was meeting with their dealer, which in this case would be the Kellys.
Who were they meeting? She's not with the Kellys crew. Do you think maybe she's with Zero Day?
Well, don't just stand there. Keep looking.
Bagley, do you know who's using Spiderbot?
I've now fully decrypted the signal the Spiderbot is broadcasting. And while I cannot identify a specific user, it is a call code used by the Metropolitan Police Service.
Hold on, the police watched this happen?
The reconstruction continues behind that rubble.
Is there a quantum tunnel here we can use?
Quantum tunnel technology is at least 10 years away, but Spiderbots and drones are here today. You could try one of those if you don't feel like waiting.
Good plan.
Why don't you aim those human eyeballs of yours at the van's cargo?
Yes, I understand. Yes. Got it.
RDX nitrogen, and the exact same detonator system like the bombs that were planted at Parliament.
That is Zero Day's signature.
Hurry. Got all the deliveries.
So you were hired to supply all the targets? That's it. We're all I need to know.
Okay, so Zero Day used other crews to execute bombings. Wow, they must have a lot of evil friends.
That's certainly one way to pull off a massive coordinated attack while remaining anonymous. Zero Day needed manpower and resources, but they needed them at an arm's length. And it doesn't take the world's greatest AI detective to see that both Clan Kelly and Albion benefited in the aftermath. Unfortunately, this is the most we can get out of the AR reconstruction. But if we could find the mystery officer who was spying through the Spiderbot, maybe they could tell us more. tracing the Spiderbot serial number, it was assigned to New Scotland Yard 3 years ago. Perhaps more information about its user or its assignment will be available at the station.
Police could know who the real bombers are, and they say nothing.
Auto
They're
drive
supposed
now
to be the
enabled.
good guys. Why?
The only way to know for sure is to investigate New Scotland Yard.
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. With me, Tash. It's hard to believe that there could be shortages of food and medicine in an advanced country like ours. And yet, here we are. Those old government promises of adequate food turned out to be just another lie. Today we're short of basic foodstuffs and vital medical supplies.
Auto drive
Hundreds are
now
already died of
disabled.
conditions that could be easily cured. The black market means that criminal gangs like Clan Kelly run our cities. And Prime Minister Dev Hassani isn't even around to pretend to care. How do we go from a consumer paradise to a place of empty shelves, fighting for supplies? What turns a land of plenty into a wild west of hoarding, food battles and black market barons? We protect everyone who comes on the podcast by keeping their identities a secret. Here's veteran political reporter
Auto
Ian
drive now
on the
enabled.
power behind shortages.
This again?
That is just fucking great. You believe I'm such a natural player? Who wants to challenge me now, then? Oh, fuck.
All criminal offenders will be arrested.
What is this shit? I'm bloody good at this, no? Of course, this is my speciality. What is this shit? That is just fucking great. You believe I'm such a natural player? I'm bloody good at this, no? This is good exercise. I'm fucked. Oh, fuck. What is this shit? Oh, fuck. You believe I'm such a natural player? Ha! I win! Hey!
London streets.
That is just fucking great. Oh, fuck. That is just fucking great. I was here once before. Holy shit! Albion's running this station.
And the entire police service. But don't worry, if you're not pleased with your privatized goon squad, just take your business across the street.
I never thought I would say I miss regular police, but now I miss them.
Not to worry, the only difference now is the uniform, assault weapons, and the fact they're motivated by profit over public service. Now, any record or information on the Spider-Bot will be further in.
Mr. Bagley, is this the Spider-Bot we are looking for?
According to the serial numbers, this matches the piece of Spider-Bot from the Tone bombing site.
Can you see who was using it?
Navigate the Spider-Bot from out of that room. I'll need a direct connection in order to learn more from our bisected friend.
Check.
That opening right there looks like a good exit point. Right, get comfy. This Spider-Bot might be broken and missing some of its legs, but it can still jump and fit through vents. That's a good way to get through the station undetected. That's a part of the remote detonator system from Parliament. If the Met, or Albion rather, actually analysed it, they would see it wasn't DedSec's handiwork at all. That's Dalton's mask. It must have been recovered from Parliament. It might be the only thing left of him now. Buggery fuck, would you look at all this junk? You'll have to jump your way across to get to the next vent opening.
What's wrong with Scotland Yard? Who decided they couldn't be trusted to do their jobs? Suddenly some corporation could clean up our streets better than the same police force we've had for who knows how long. When crime fighting is treated like a business, crime will never go away. That would be bad for business, right? So don't tell me Albion has our best interests. So
if the police could handle their job, Albion wouldn't be necessary. But they can't. Tone bombing is a perfect example. A bunch of lazy, overpaid cops for a seat at the wheel. Well, they're not at the wheel anymore, are they?
You're almost there. Make your way through this last vent path.
Got it.
Scanning Spybot and accessing its internal drives. While I'm analysing this data, you should make yourself scarce. Unless you'd like to explain to your new, heavily armed, privatised police force why you've broken into the station.
Okay, yeah.
hold it, bell end.
The Spider-Bot fragment you found has a satellite-based GPS module that regularly pushed its location to a specific ground station.
A secret location? Wow. The police really like having secrets. Let's go find this place, Bagley.
Pushing you the ground station's coordinates.
Where's our target? Got a pint for whoever finds him.
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. With me, Tash. It's hard to believe that there could be shortages of food and medicine in an advanced country like ours. And yet, here we are. Those old policies with adequate food, turned out to be just another lie. Today we're short of basic foodstuffs and vital medical supplies. Hundreds have already died of conditions that could be easily cured. The black market means that criminal gangs like Clan Kelly run the cities. And Prime Minister Dev Hassani isn't even around to pretend to care. How do we go from a consumer paradise to a place of empty shelves, fighting for supplies? What turns a land of plenty into a wild west of hoarding, food battles and black market barons? We protect everyone who comes in the post.
Bagley, how can I get in?
I'm detecting a surveillance network guarding a space under this bridge. If you can patch into it, perhaps you can take a look inside. The GPS history of the Spider-Bot we recovered regularly pinged these coordinates. Our mystery witness to the real bombers must have come to this lovely, damp location several times.
Ah, it's cold and it stinks. Only good thing to do here is take a piss.
Or to discreetly dump a body into the Thames.
Do your job, little one. I think I'll keep this. I think we found a super secret police hideout.
Well, if Albion was stomping all over your workplace, you'd find a different place to store your lunch too. And it seems our mystery officer was dedicated.
What kind of work was this police doing that led to the town bombing?
The computer's dusty enough to kill an asthmatic, but there may still be something useful on it.
This is Inspector Caitlin Lau. Well, former inspector now. Since Albion's coup, the Met is no more. The police brass had already buried the evidence anyway. Everything implicating Albion and Clan Kelly in the bombings. But I know Mary Kelly's band of twats were involved, and they're involved in other crimes we can look into. Me and a few good mates are willing to go off book, going after Mary Kelly again. I'll never fucking learn, will I? Inspector Caitlin Lau, video log. Clan Kelly and Albion are teamed up on some deal. I don't have all the details, but it looks to be human trafficking. The European Processing Center is the Albion angle. Since the bombings, they can grab anyone off the street. Call them illegal immigrants, potential DedSec insurgents, whatever. Though we know who the real danger is. So, Clan Kelly gets hold of these people, these immigrants, deportees, victims, really, and they're taking them somewhere. But where and why? It all comes back to the boss lady herself. I knew she was into something, but she wriggled off the hook. There's only one way I can do this. 24/7 surveillance on Mary Kelly. If I'm caught, well, this will be my last entry.
So, our mystery officer was Inspector Caitlin Lau. Sounds like Mary Kelly was her white whale, and her investigation led her to the bombings.
Albion's bad enough, but working with Clan Kelly is super villain territory.
It seems like 0 Days Web covers all of the unsavory bits of London. And Albion included.
And what about the missing people? Shit! We have to end this operation.
Inspector Lau mentioned Albion is running their part of the operation out of the EPC. Detectives like us call that a lead.
This Albion Clan Kelly business leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And if Caitlin... Lau's right, then this little nugget jumps to the front of the queue. We have reason to believe a former DedSec operative may still be alive, but missing inside the EPC.
Angel Lopez, not London-born, but I won't hold that against him, unlike some others.
Looks like Angel got caught up in the immigration roundup, which, ironically, may be the only reason he escaped 0 Days DedSec purge.
Anti-immigrant sentiment has grown in London since the bombings. Albion fuels it. It allows them to send anyone they want to their brutal refugee camp.
We need to find Angel before they discover he's DedSec. This is kind of personal, team. But finding his trail might just shed some light on the Albion Clan Kelly connection.
Shit. Well, the good news is in the country. No one's taking deportees from the UK. The bad news is probably in limbo at the EPC.
I've sent the details to your device and advised our contact at the EPC. They can get you inside.
You look like trouble. You like to fight for freedom?
You're saying you're with DedSec? I could use the help.
Why don't you say what the problem is first? Then we see.
I was helping out an undocumented immigrant who's now being held by Albion for deportation.
Perfect. Getting people away from the hands of Albion is one of our special powers.
Without the proper papers, it'll only be a matter of time before they get picked up again. We need a passport, and although Clan Kelly are scum, they do have the best forgeries.
Okay, we'll help you solve this problem.
Thanks. Take care of this for me, and I'll make it worth your time.
So, I've delved more into Caitlin Lau's investigation, and an enormous number of missing person cases center around the EPC. The inspector was definitely onto something.
Let's find our contact. Albin is not above torturing Angel if they find out he's with DedSec.
All persons on the premises must at all times carry valid identification and be prepared to present it to Albion personnel upon demand.
Alright, I hear you.
Got Bagley summons. I've already taken care of your entry. Get you in quick and quiet.
Nothing official, okay? I need to be off the books.
No worries, I'll spoof. But come meet me on the rooftop. The only place here that doesn't smell like piss. Got some info for you.
The European Processing Centre. It processes deportees by stacking them up in squalid conditions and forgetting about them. But hey, it's to protect London, right?
Unfucking believable.
Hey, watch where you're going, yeah?
You look ready to fight. Will you fight for London?
Ah, so you're DedSec then. Good. I could use a hand with something.
The fuck do you want?
These Clan Kelly goons are fucking evil. I saw them shooting at stray dogs. Bang, bang, like target practice.
That's just terrible.
I know the two that did it. But of course, the guards don't see it as a priority.
Forget those useless fucks. We'll handle your problem. Don't worry.
Let's give that a shot. If you help me out with this, I'll do plenty in return. That's weird. Don't be weird. Don't do
What is this shit?
This place is worse than a prison camp. Every day I see people come through here, torn from their homes and their families. But I'd rather stay and keep an eye on things. Maybe help out once in a while. Like now.
Fuck. This is nightmare place. The government is okay with the immigrants treated like this? Someone could go missing here and no one would notice in a million years.
Yeah, well, people have been disappearing. Records say they have been processed, but it doesn't add up. No one ever properly leaves. And with the Kellys prowling around like fucking hyenas, I am not too optimistic about the people slipping through the cracks.
Fuck! Mary Kelly and bad guys have their dirty hands in everything.
Truth. Now, about your missing guy. The best place to start would be the EPC database. They keep a record of everyone that comes in. And be careful.
Pushing the location of the EPC database on your optic.
No, thank you. Good to see you. Oh, people just trying.
Human fucking excrement.
There will be a database here that we can search for evidence on Angel Lopez.
Come on!
Bit of a wank stain, aren't you?
You look ready to fight. Will you fight for London?
Oh, you're DedSec. Perfect. You can help me destroy my life's work.
Say again?
I used to work in a pharmaceutical lab, but my boss sold my research to Albion and made me redundant. I heard they are running military tests now, heavily classified. I don't know what they are doing, but it can't be good. Can you destroy my old research? I'll give you all the intel I have.
Okay. We'll help you solve this problem.
Thank you. Do this and I will owe you a favor. Trust me, this is a good thing for you.
Wait. What was that? Doing a sweep of the premises.
Where
Suspect hostile laid off.
Go on, Bagley. Tell me you found something.
I have. His file has been deleted from the main database, along with hundreds of others. Still very detailed. Even when committing crimes against humanity, the government doesn't skimp on paperwork. Here is a recording labelled Exit Interview.
You know what we do with terrorists, Lopez? Don't go pissing me off by denying anything. We know you're with DedSec. You think you were picked up on some random sweep? Not a fucking chance. Nothing to say. Well, this is not going to go well for you then, because I want information. The rest of your cell, where are they? I want names, places, everything you've got.
You think I'm daft? I spill everything I know and what? You let me go? I'm not talking. I know how this ends.
Oh, I don't think you do. I'm going to throw you to the wolves. The Kellys have an interesting way of disposing with problems.
You think I'm scared of some fucking thugs? Of winding up floating in the Thames? Fuck you.
You're too pretty for that, mate. First, they'll peddle you. For dosh, right? Then, when you're used up, they're going to chop you up and send the pieces to the Four Corners.
I can take whatever you've got.
I almost feel sorry for you. Get him to the bloody clinic, then.
Shit. They knew he was DedSec the whole time. This doesn't look good for Angel.
The clinic keeps government service hours, which means it's closed. We'll have to find Angel the old-fashioned way and hack their CTOS hub.
Place your weapon on the ground. Ah!
Deportation limbo, horrible living conditions, unexplained disappearances. It's almost as if the media are deliberately ignoring the situation here in favour of... Oh, look here, Beatrice Stokely, 89, recently took up kickboxing to fill up her days. Fascinating. If the EPC is a typical example of how humans treat each other, I'd say a benevolent AI overlord is a step up, wouldn't you?
Oh, stop the talking, Bagley. Jesus.
I have reconstructed an AR scene of Angel's examination. You can view it inside the clinic.
Good work.
Is your visa valid? Failure to possess valid status documents is a crime.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Let's make a deal, yeah? I know people outside. Maybe I can help you out. Just let me out of here.
Procedures, Mr. Lopez. We'll have you out of here in a minute or two.
Fuck! What was that?
They implanted him with something. We need to take a closer look.
Facial analysis matches for both. They're part of Mary Kelly's little pack. So, Inspector Lau was right after all. Clank Kelly and Albion are in bed together. What a shit orgy that would be. Microchips, coated with biocompatible glass to prevent rejection.
So they've implanted a microchip in Angel's neck. A health monitor? A tracker, maybe?
No, these are more sophisticated. If I had to guess, I would say they were designed to deliver a dose of some unknown compound. Not the kind of thing you find at your local corner shop. I could reconstruct the path he took if you want to see how this cliffhanger gets resolved.
Stay on his tail. Maybe he got away.
Fucker! Get it before he triggers!
Fuck! He's getting away! Get after him!
Shit, they're catching up on him. Come on, Angel.
Holy shit. They might make it.
Fucked up. We don't have a match yet. She's gonna kill us.
No, it's fine. As long as it's not damaged, there'll be no waste. Demand's high with the new network.
Guess you're right. Let's tube him, get him in the van and out to the incinerator.
Well, that was unexpected. That microchip wasn't just a tracking device.
Looks like they triggered it. I don't know what Mary Kelly's up to, but at the risk of sounding too optimistic, Angel's alive.
We need to find him. See what they did to him. And what that fucking microchip is all about.
Seems like advanced technology for Mary Kelly and her band of thugs to be waving around. Could Mary be part of a scary dark web hacker group like, say, oh, I don't know, pick one, 0 Day?
Interesting theory, Bagley, but hold your investigation algorithms for the moment, will you? Angel needs us.
The incinerator they mentioned is probably the Southern incinerator. It's practically right round the corner.
I think I'm getting good at this DedSec stuff.
You wouldn't have been recruited if DedSec thought you'd be killed that easily.
Okay, good. Thanks, I think.
You'll get used to Bagley's mannerisms. I think you did quite well.
It's okay. It's okay. The unstoppable Dart Master is here. Who can challenge me? Nobody.
Auto drive now enabled.
Bagley, can I have your help?
Clan Kelly routinely moves their passport forgeries around the city. There should be a shipment in one of their delivery cars. I've also found the Albion facility where our prospect's undocumented friend is being detained.
Yes, I understand.
Those old government promises of adequate food turned out to be just another lie. Today we're short of basic foodstuffs and vital medical supplies. Hundreds have already died of conditions easily cured. The black market means that criminal gangs like Clan Kelly run our cities. And Prime Minister Jeff Patani...
We're in luck. There's a crate of forged biometric passports in the boot of a delivery vehicle on the premises. That's the vehicle there.
I have the vehicle. What do I do now?
Just deliver the vehicle. I found a passport in the boot that's a close match on facial composition, so all I have to do is doctor the chip, and our prospect's friend can use it to fool checkpoints, travel freely, and buy alcohol for minors.
That is good work, Bagley.
Let's find this wanker.
Food and medicine and an advanced country like ours.
Begin search.
Here we are. Those old government promises of adequate food turned out to be just another lie. Today we're short of basic foodstuffs and vital medical supplies. Hundreds have already died of conditions that can be easily cured. The black market means that criminal gangs like Clan Kelly run our cities. And Prime Minister Jeff Patani isn't even around to pretend to care. How do we go from a consumer paradise to a place of empty shelves and fighting for supplies? What turns a land of plenty into a wild west of hoarding, food battles and black market battles? Comes in the podcast are keeping their identities a secret. Here's veteran political reporter Ian on the power behind shortages.
I mean, what was the first thing that happened when Britain sealed itself off? Like, the first stuff that got stopped from coming in was fresh food. I mean, we could live without the fresh food. I mean, everyone's quality of life got instantly worse, but we could live without it. The most damaging part was when the radioactive isotopes stopped coming in. Now, radioactive isotopes, that's what we use in cancer screening, cancer treatment. Now, that stuff, it has a short half-life. Technetium, say, used to say.
You look ready to fight. Will you fight for London?
Oh, don't tell me you're with DedSec. You came at just the right time, you know. This gangster I work for double-crossed me, man. And now that twat needs to pay.
Not really an assassin.
But let me start from the beginning. Right, I used to boost cars for this waste man, yeah? I was good. The last job was this luxury supercar. The job went bad. The boss left me for dead and made off with a whip. I almost got killed for some fucking car, man. Boss still has it, you know? I want you to take it back. Help her sister out, and I'll owe you big time. Know what I mean?
Sounds like fun time.
I mean, that wasn't...
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buckingham, your source for what they don't want you to know. With me, Tash. It's hard to believe that there could be shortages of food and medicine in an advanced country like ours, and yet here we are. Those old government promises of adequate food turn out to be just another lie. Today we're short of basic foodstuffs and vital medical supplies. Hundreds have already died of conditions that could be easily cured. The black market means that criminal gangs like Clan Kelly run our cities. And Prime Minister Dev Pattani isn't even around to pretend to care. How do we go from a consumer paradise to a place of empty shelves and fighting for supplies? What turns a land of plenty into a wild west of hoarding, food battles and black market barons? We protect everyone who comes on our podcast by keeping their identities a secret. Here's veteran political reporter Ian on the power behind shortages.
I mean, what was the first thing that happened when Britain sealed itself off? Like, the first stuff that got stopped from coming in was fresh food. I mean, we could live without fresh food. I mean, everyone's quality of life got instantly worse, but we could live without it. The most damaging part was when the radioactive isotopes stopped coming in. Now, radioactive isotopes, that's what we use in cancer screening, cancer treatment. Now, that stuff, it has a short half-life. Technetium used to save hundreds of thousands of lives just by screening for cancer, let alone testing for cancer. But that stuff has a half-life of 50,000. As soon as those walls went up, there was just no time to bring it into the country, and that is when people started dying. And then the medicines. The thing is, there's loads of medicines that you just can't stockpile. There was a moment before it took place when actually there was some efforts to try and stockpile some of the medicines. There was some things that could be done. For a lot of it, there was simply nothing that could be done. We had a major problem with drugs for schizophrenia. So we saw such an uptick in the kind of attacks that you saw in the street and people suffering on their own because they didn't have the mental health drugs, because those drugs simply couldn't be stockpiled. We eventually found the same thing with foods that weren't produced in the UK. And the trouble with the UK was we don't produce our own food. We never have. For 100 years, we produced under half of our...
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buckingham, your source for what they don't want.
Oh my God!
With me, Tash. It's hard to believe that there could be shortages of food and medicine in an advanced country like ours, and yet here we are. Those old government promises of adequate food turned out to be just another lie. Today we're short of basic foodstuffs and vital medical...
It is done.
Good. Now that we've got the false passport, you can safely rescue that undocumented person.
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want.
Brilliant.
With me,
Control to all units. Possible hostiles near your location.
Got it. Watch for hostiles, people.
Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. With me, Tash. It's hard to believe that there could be shortages of food and medicine in an advanced country.
Any other patrols have eyes on the suspect, over?
Those old government promises of adequate food turned out to be just another lie. Today we're short of basic foodstuffs and vital medicine.
Through the checkpoint. Repeat,
Hundreds of
suspect is through the checkpoint.
Can be easily cured. The black market means that criminal gangs like Clan Kelly run our cities. And Prime Minister Dev Hasani isn't even around to pretend to care. How do we go from consumer paradise to a place of empty shelves and fighting for supplies? What turns a land of plenty into a wild west of hoarding, food battles and black market barons?
Take the
We
vehicle
protect
out,
everyone
now!
who comes on the podcast by keeping their identities. Here's that
Eyes on suspect. They crossed the
and the
checkpoint.
power behind it.
What's the first thing that happened when Britain sealed itself off? The first stuff that stopped from coming in was fresh food.
Suspect has crossed the checkpoint.
Everyone's quality of life got instantly worse, but we could live without it. The most damaging part was when the radioactive isotopes stopped. Now, radioactive isotopes, that's what we use for cancer screening, cancer treatment. Now, that stuff, it has a short half-life. Technetium used to save hundreds of thousands of lives just by screening for cancer, let alone testing for cancer. But that stuff has a half-life of 66 hours. As soon as those rules went up, there was just no time to bring it into the country, and that is when people started dying. And then the medicines. The thing is, there's loads of medicines that you just can't stockpile. There was a moment before it took place when actually there was some effort to try and stockpile some of the medicines. There was some things that could be done. For a lot of it, there was simply nothing that could be done. We had a major problem with drugs for schizophrenia. So we saw such an uptick in the kind of attacks we saw in the street and people suffering on their own because they didn't have the mental health drugs, because those drugs simply
Auto drive now enabled.
We eventually found the same thing with foods that weren't produced in the UK. And the trouble with the UK was we don't produce our own food. We never have. For hundreds of years, we produce under half of our own food. So as soon as those wars went
Got to stay fucking calm.
This is where our prospect's undocumented friend is being held.
Yes, I understand.
You try anything funny. Do you hear me?
What, you want to fight right now? Come.
Listen in. Fuckwad. Now's your last chance.
Fuck!
Yo, listen.
Lots of good in the world. No, thank you.
Everywhere. Can't make it a bloody block in the city now. You know they give you cancer, right? You know, signals. I know. They say they're safe. Come on, you believe that? But cancer had a right outside of microwave.
Don't see anyone.
I spend too much time online.
Yeah.
First off, I do. I go for walks, I do the dishes, clean the sink, loads of things really.
What error here? We're all clear over here.
Continue searching.
Multiple victims at South Bank. Requesting soccer to see. Contact DCI off.
The hostage is in here. Let's get her out.
Let me know he's alright. Could be lying face down at the bottom of the Thames. Or wait. Dead bodies float, don't they? Well, the point is,
Right, get her out.
Oh god.
Into custody. Combat mode engaged. Oh, wait. Disturbance detected. Beginning the investigation. Investigating disturbance.
Get away, you fucking stupid thing!
Updating facial. Investigation underway.
sign of them. Send a description with the report.
All units, proceed to alarm location.
Doing a search.
Over.
What triggered the alarm? The surroundings.
Leave right now.
Albion's authorized to respond to potential threats at their own discretion.
Of a hostile.
Must have got away.
Over.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Keep this by the book. Over. All units respond. We have a shooter. Can anyone see the suspect?
The hostage is in here. Let's get her out. Right, get her out.
puts out an APW. Target is gone.
Target escaped! Call in! Track him down!
I've just sent the woman you rescued directions to a safe location where she can wait for us to get the forged passport.
Engaging target.
Give yourself up!
That's pretty much the opposite of what our prospect would have wanted. Oh well.
What did I do? Huh? Get away from me, bloody thing! Like you to go.
You look like you're eager to fight the powers that be.
Are you with DedSec? Or are you one of those villainous bastards trying to replace the royal family?
Come again?
The takeover. They're trying to replace the royal family with lookalikes. The bastards want their puppets on the throne. They've infiltrated every power structure in London.
Huh?
Here, I've identified the ringleaders, their cronies, and where they operate. Go put an end to their nasty business. Prove that you're a real Brit. This is for Queen and country.
I'll see what I can do. Shit. Did they get my license plate?
Yeah, no. Leave me alone. I'm a bit... Yeah, sure. It's cool. I need to get work.
Well, he's got the hump.
He's a shady character, that's for sure. His network activity shows he's been trying to hack the National Health Service.
Bloody hacker. The NHS is a hair's breadth from falling apart. One wrong move and it could actually happen.
You're right. What if he injected some easily deletable code or opened an easily closable back door? Blimey, it might take me seconds to fix. Come on, just connect me to a hospital server and I'll sort it.
Copy that.
Situation under control. Over.
Wait. What?
Hang on. Area clear. Huh? You prick. What's a knife?
Are not limited.
I think I'll put it up here. Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Not just anyone could heroically vandalize a hospital, but you're not just anyone, are you? The people of Lambeth are sure to love this. Well done.
Oh no! No!
I pictured myself begging on the street for tube money. Except I drive to work, so that's out.
The bug.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain.
Hello, resistors. You're listening to the bug.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain. Hello, resistors. This is the bug, keeping the fire of hope alive in the vacuum of today's Britain. Okay, fires don't burn in vacuums. It's a little novelty Christmas light, shaped like a flame, but it's something. It is something. Joining me, as always, is Alice. And Alice, hold the front page. Technology apparently is here to stay. There's no way around it now. As much as I'd like to go back to the 18th century and see if we can have another crack at the Industrial Revolution and get it later on this time. But new tech is creating 4,000 jobs. Count them all, 4,000 new jobs, thanks to this new tech investment.
I mean, that's a very exciting thing if you're someone who wants to work in the tech sector, but I could only assume that this tech investment has created 4,000 jobs that will immediately be taken by robots.
Even if they're not, there'll be jobs that no one in their right, sane mind would actually want to do, but that's the price of progress, I guess. And we have to...
The thing you're after is around here.
There! I hear something!
That's the target. Should be hackable. Transfer complete.
What have we got, Bagley?
Nothing to fix, actually. He's been patching holes in their security, not opening them. Seems he's not so much a cyber criminal as he is renegade tech support.
Go on.
He's been particularly focused on exploits around the organ transfer list. Anyone who got their hands on these exploits would have a lot of control over that waiting list.
All right, I'll bite. Could be the start of something good. Arrange a meeting, Bagley.
How efficient.
You're listening to The Bug.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain. Hello, resistors, this is The Bug, keeping the fire of hope alive in the vacuum of today's Britain. Okay, fires don't burn in vacuums. It's a little novelty Christmas light, shaped like a flame, but it's something. It is something to cling to. Joining me, as always, is Alice. And Alice, hold the front page. Technology, apparently, is here to stay. There's no way around that now. Much as I'd like to go back to the 18th century and see if we can have another crack at the Industrial Revolution and get it later on this time. But new tech is creating 4,000 jobs. Count them all, 4,000. 4,000 new jobs, thanks to this new tech investment.
I mean, that's a very exciting thing if you're someone who wants to work in the tech sector, but I can only assume that this tech investment has created 4,000 jobs that will immediately be taken by robots.
Even if they're not, there'll be jobs that no one in their right, sane mind would actually want to do, but that's the price of progress, I guess. And we have to embrace the way technology is taking over everything, because maybe this is a ray of hope for us in this darkened universe, that technology will in fact render us all obsolete, and we won't need humans at all, because look at the bad things that are happening now. What is the common denominator behind all of them?
I don't know, Andy, tell me.
All the bad things that are happening now, all the bad things that have ever happened, all involved human beings. They're always involved whenever anything goes wrong from the very dawn of time. Prime Minister, you could program it to be occasionally in the northern country. So that's, again, just a step forward.
Again, I insist that there's never been a Prime Minister. I've never seen him, I've never heard of him. The only times I ever hear what the Prime Minister does is when nothing happens. You're listening to The Bug.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain.
Auto drive now enabled.
This is The Bug, keeping the fire of hope alive in the vacuum of today's Britain. Okay, fires don't burn in vacuums. It's a little novelty Christmas light, shaped like a flame, but it's something. It is something to cling to. Joining me, as always, is Alice. And Alice, hold the front page. Technology, apparently, is here to stay. There's no way around that now. Much as I'd like to go back to the 18th century and see if we can have another crack at the Industrial Revolution and get it later on this time. But new tech is creating 4,000 jobs. Count them all, 4,000. 4,000 new jobs, thanks to this new tech investment.
I mean, that's a very exciting thing if you're someone who wants to work in the tech sector, but I can only assume that this tech investment has created 4,000 jobs that will immediately be taken by robots.
Even if they're not, there'll be jobs that no one in their right, sane mind would actually want to do, but that's the price of progress, I guess. And we have to embrace the way technology is taking over everything, because maybe this is a ray of hope for us in this darkened universe, that technology will in fact render us all obsolete, and we won't need humans at all, because look at the bad things that are happening now. What is the common denominator behind all of that?
I don't know, Andy, tell me.
All the bad things that are happening now, all the bad things that have ever happened, all involved human beings. They're always involved whenever anything goes wrong from the very dawn of time. And think of this, an automated Nigel Cass, surely a step up on the human Nigel Cass. You could even program it to have a tiny, tiny sliver of conscience. And if you have...
This is my lucky day.
We can help each other out. You get a drink.
So you were DedSec, are ya? Hard to believe, but whatever.
Your work on the NHS has caught our interest. Not bad at all.
With Clay and Kelly, it's a never-ending job. Hundreds of organs fell into their hands before I cut the exploit off.
Not good.
Would love to get that last batch of organs back, but I'm just one bloke, right?
All right. Leave it to us.
Cheers. Listen, help me with this, and I'll return a favour. I always do.
Our Grey Hat has already worked out the smuggling ring's headquarters. I'm passing the details to your optic.
I'll take a look around.
You're listening to The Bug.
nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain. Hello, resistors, this is the Bug, keeping the fire of hope alive in the vacuum of today's Britain. Okay, fires don't burn in vacuums. It's a little novelty Christmas light, shaped like a flame, but it's something. It is something to cling to. Joining me, as always, is Alice. And Alice, hold the front page. Technology apparently is here to stay. There's no way around that now. Much as I'd like to go back to the 18th century and see if we can have another crack at the Industrial Revolution.
Auto drive now enabled.
But new tech is creating 4,000 jobs. Count them all, 4,000. 4,000 new jobs. Thank you.
You're listening to The Bug.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain. Hello, resistors, this is the Bug, keeping the fire of hope alive in the vacuum of today's Britain. Okay, fires don't burn in vacuums. It's a little novelty Christmas light, shaped like a flame, but it's something. It is something to cling to. Joining me, as always, is Alice. And Alice, hold the front page. Technology apparently is here to stay. There's no way around that now. Much as I'd like to go back to the 18th century and see if we can have another crack at the Industrial Revolution and get it later on this time. But new tech is creating 4,000 jobs. Count them all. 4,000 new jobs. Thanks to this new tech investment.
I mean, that's a very exciting thing if you're someone who wants to work in the tech sector, but I can... You're listening to The Bug.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain. Hello, resistors, this is the Bug, keeping the fire of hope alive in the vacuum of today's Britain. Okay, fires don't burn in vacuums. It's a little novelty Christmas light. And it's something.
Fucking look!
Joining me, as always, is Alice. And Alice,
All
hold the front
units, I
page.
repeat,
Technology.
all units. We have reports of a hostile in your area. Over. Responding to the
You're
call.
listening to The Bug.
Over.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain. Hello, resistors, this is the Bug, keeping the fire of hope alive in the vacuum of today's Britain. Okay, fires don't burn in vacuums. It's a little novelty Christmas light, shaped like a flame, but it's something. It is something to cling to. Joining me, as always, is Alice. And Alice, hold the front page. Technology apparently is here to stay. There's no way around it. Is creating 4,000
Suspect is unsighted. Unsighted, sweeping area.
Thanks to this new tech investment.
I mean, that's a very exciting thing if you're someone who wants to work in the tech sector, but I can only assume that this tech investment has created 4,000 jobs that will immediately be taken by robots.
Even if they're not, there'll be jobs that no one in their right, sane mind would actually want to do, but that's the price of progress, I guess. And we have to embrace the way technology is taking over.
I'm here.
Good. The stolen organs should be in an ambulance on site.
Control, add suspect to the most wanted list.
And we won't need humans at all, because look at the bad things that happen. What is the common denominator behind all of them?
I don't know, Andy, tell me.
All the bad things that are happening now, all the bad things that have ever happened, all involved.
That's the vehicle you're looking for there.
Vehicle acquired. Now what?
You should take them to a hospital, obviously. Unless, of course, you want to become very good friends with that hungry dog. It still needs to be recognisably vehicle-shaped when you're done with it. Stop smashing it. Your teammate is en route to hospital, where they'll be for the foreseeable future.
I was watching. They'll live.
That's pretty much the opposite of what our prospect would have wanted. Oh well. Time to pick up where your teammate left off. I'm sure they'll thank you once they stop eating through a tube.
Were they playing with guns and grenades again? All right, I'll take over. Guess I'm due for a bit of cardio.
They're going for a look. Checking it out. You better want to know. It's gunfire! Faster! Blow your fucking head off! I'm gonna pump you full of lead, fucker! You can't hide!
We're getting a closer look.
Prepare yourself!
Checking I'm gonna move in for a peek.
Get ready! I got
Neutralizing hostile targets.
You're listening to The Bug.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain. Hello, resistors, this is The Bug, keeping the fire of hope alive in the vacuum of today's Britain. Okay, fires don't burn. Vacuums, it's a little novelty Christmas light, shaped like a flame, but it's something. It is something to cling to. Joining me, as always, is Alice. And Alice, hold the front page. Technology apparently is here to stay. There's no way around that now. Much as I'd like to go back to the 18th century and see if we can have another crack at the Industrial Revolution and get it later on this time. But new tech is creating 4,000 jobs. Count them all, 4,000 new jobs. Thanks to this new tech investment.
I mean, that's a very exciting thing if you're someone who wants to work in the tech sector, but I can only assume that this tech investment has created 4,000 jobs that will immediately be taken by robots.
Even if they're not, there'll be jobs that no one in their right sane mind would actually want to do, but that's the price of progress, I guess. And we have to embrace the way technology is taking over everything, because maybe this is a ray of hope for us in this darkened universe, that technology will, in fact, render us all obsolete, and we won't need humans at all, because look at the bad things that are happening now. What is the common denominator behind all of them?
I don't know, Andy, tell me.
All the bad things that are happening now, all the bad things that have ever happened, all involved human beings. Always involved whenever anything goes wrong from the very dawn of time. And think of this, an automated Nigel Cass, surely a step up on the human Nigel Cass. You could even program it to have a tiny, tiny sliver of conscience. And if you had an automated Prime Minister, you could program it to be occasionally in the goddamn country. So that's, again, it's a step forward.
Again, I insist that there's never been a Prime Minister, Andy. I've never seen him, I've never heard of him. The only times I ever hear what the Prime Minister does is when nothing happens.
I mean, it has reached the point where, and I've thought this for a long time, we would be better off.
What are you doing?
So this is where those Clan Kelly boys brought Angel? Not exactly postcard material, is it?
Now, keep your chin up. We'll find him. There's a camera network that might have caught where they took him. Let's hurry and access that network, shall we?
Find this fucking wanker. The fucking rat has vanished. Let's go.
I've gone over the captured footage. I was able to follow Mr. Lopez down to the cellar, but then I ran out of cameras. Not a problem you often have in London.
That's where we're going then.
We've got a body here!
Has to be here somewhere.
My oh my, deadbolt trumps technology. The door is sealed, but this rubbish chute might do. It either leads to the cellar or your grisly death. Or both, I suppose.
Oh, brilliant.
not gonna cut you. Well, it's over here. Thanks for the distraction. Gave me the second I needed to take care of this filth.
You all right? That bastard was ready to do you in just now.
He was. I'm fine. I just need a second to catch my breath and find my files.
You're that police inspector, Caitlin Lau, aren't you? We got your videos. Not bad at all. Takes guts to go after Mary Kelly on your own.
It wasn't always on my own. Who the hell are... You're dead sick, aren't you? You tracked me to the slaughterhouse.
Not really. A mate disappeared from the EPC. The trail brought me here. So this is where all the missing people ended up. Nasty business.
Then I'm sorry. I don't think there's much hope for finding him alive. The Kellys have got a sick little operation going. A kind of human organ black market. I've been investigating them for months. And they got my fucking files. God, I feel like shit.
Easy does it now. I better call someone to get you to safety. I'll find Angel, then I'll get your files. I bet we could use them.
Everything I've gathered on Mary Kelly. Almost enough to take her down.
Well, we better work together then. Because I have a feeling we're going to be looking into Mary Kelly after all of this.
All right, an operative is on their way to escort Inspector Lau. So, let's find Angel and Inspector Lau's files.
I'll wait for your guy in here. And thanks for your help. I'm glad we're joining forces.
There's no doubt about it. This whole operation is meant to harvest organs. Clan Kelly's chopping off the parts they want and burning the leftovers.
Only none of them were willing donors, were they? Mary Kelly has a lot to answer for. Fucking hell. Bagley runs some facial reconstruction. These poor bastards are beyond disfigured.
Take a picture and I can run key details past various databases. Negative.
This is evil. Just fucking evil. We need to take Mary Kelly down. Hard.
Unfortunately, I must confirm that this is indeed Angel Lopez.
Shit. Angel. He knew the risks. I did too, but... Never thought DedSec would get caught up in this. Mary Kelly is preying on London's most vulnerable. She's a fucking monster. Taking her out needs to be a DedSec priority.
Now we need to find Caitlin Lau's case files on Mary Kelly and see if my conjecture may be correct. Could Mary Kelly be in Zero Day?
Oh, fuck shit. The smell. Cut the shit. I'll shoot.
Well done, you got the files. The inspector will be impressed. Now get out of here before someone decides to turn you into minced meat. Chop chop.
No fucking kidding.
DedSec? Caitlin Lau here. I wanted to thank you. I'd be nothing but an anatomy lesson by now. Or a pile of ashes.
You'll be happy to know that Inspector Lau has been escorted to a nearby refuge and is getting her wounds treated.
I'll be fine. Still a little flighty from whatever they gave me. And frankly, a little stunned that we've joined forces.
Well, the feeling's mutual. But joining forces is the best way to stop Mary Kelly from doing this to anyone else. So here we are.
Exactly.
You have an organization, I have information, and some backing from powerful people. Pool our resources, and we might just take her down. Mary Kelly's no petty criminal.
Bags, call in everyone. We need to have a look at these files and figure out our plan of attack.
I'll sync with Inspector Lau and prepare a briefing.